You know, let's continue keeping an open mind and move on into the next track here. Jean-Luc Ponty, we're moving on from Solitude, a really beautiful track, into the next track here, which is Watching Birds. What is a bird watcher called? It starts with an O. Ornithologist, is it? I think I could be completely wrong. Anyways, I've never done any bird watching. I will say that obviously when I was very young, the first time I kind of really noticed birds is with cardinals and bluebirds, of which for some reason, I don't know if it's just a thing, but bluebirds are very aggressive, at least down here. There's when I used to live at my parents' house, on the backyard there was a fence, and the squirrels would run back and forth between the trees on the fence. And those bluebirds, those blue jays, did not like that. Let's go ahead and listen to the song. We'll discuss it after. Here we go. Okay, we're starting off a certain way. Satisfying sound. I love the lightness of everything and the percussion tapping it along. I was playing in that space. It's so lifting, this track. It's so good in there. It's just like joyous, like really. double snare. I really like how, as the previous track really embodied solitude, this one with the flittering synths and, of course, Jean-Luc Ponty, his violin playing, like they really perfectly embodied a bird and the flight that a bird would take. So effortless, so melodic, so light and bountiful. Now on here, you're going to have Chick Corea playing synth, and you can tell that back and forth between them is so respectful and so like dazzling. Like this is just my headcanon. I can imagine like them playing and performing with each other on this song, and they just have these big smiles on their face because they have such a great respect for one another, and they look up to one another in how they play. And I think that relationship in my head comes together really well in this particular track. I really like the drums as well and the percussion, how once again they're so light, adding a few dips and curves into the flight of our musical birds, but still carrying along the rhythm like these gusts between or underneath their wings. And it's just really beautiful to watch them play. Can I say something about the synths, the violin playing, the melodies, I would say, of this track? Listening to this track, there's another reason that for me personally, it's really enjoyable. And it's because I don't know if I'm going to find it because I don't know exactly what it's called. This is going to sound silly, but I think I could be mistaken. You're going to laugh at me. Some of the synth and playing and such that played in here reminded me in some ways of this. I don't know if it's this one. I can't remember. It reminded me in some ways of this soundtrack piece from Sonic 2. It's not this one. It wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. There's another song. There's a piece of music from the Sonic soundtrack that it reminds me of. And I wish I could remember it off the top of my head. And I'm not going to spend time looking because I'll. Anyways, it reminded me of something. Apparently, I can't find whatever it was. Regardless, just really nice playing between the band, between the members. I enjoyed this a lot. Now I'm kind of embarrassed that I couldn't find it. And I played the wrong piece of music, man. But it reminds me of. I wish I could remember what song it was off of the soundtrack, but I don't want to waste time looking. Anyways, a really enjoyable track. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. Thank you as always for being here. I hope that you enjoyed the music. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.